pounds, and every 5 minutes you think this is too heavy for me, I'm going to put it down. So to go slow but consistent is then favored by Allah. To go fast and give it up is disliked. So everything slowly, slowly. And best at any time in your spirituality and in your religious practices not to converse with people what you're doing, how you're doing it, because everybody is on a different page when it comes to religion. And the overwhelming position of religious people in the Western world are of a Wahhabi ideology, whether they know it or they've been influenced by it at the masjid. So they'll say, no, I'm not Wahhabi, but they've been listening to the Wahhabi Imam, because all the Imams are paid by the Rabitat al-Islamiyya, all their organizations, and the MSA is controlled by Rabitat al-Islamiyya and all of the organizations that the Wahhabis have established in America and in the West. So if you're hearing those Imams, well, they're indoctrinating you into the Wahhabi ideology. So, and even if…
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shaykh John. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. Inshallah, if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below. The programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans: Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also, be so kind as to leave loving comments and please share the stream. Every bit counts. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
they're not, best to keep to yourself and communicate, watch the live broadcast and communicate by email. That, should I do this? I do this. You do that slowly, keep to yourself, because the spiritual path is something private and for ourselves. We don't want to make the path something that we brag about. Oh, you're not feeling this, I'm doing like this. You talk to the wrong person like that, they become envious, and before you know it they begin to attack what you're doing. Don't do that. Oh my God, oh this shaykh, this like this. And they're meant, and Allah describes in Surah Al-Munafiqeen that they take shahada, but their shahada is a means in which to confuse people. So it means they start coming in and making everything forbidden, everything wrong, until people leave Islam. So shaitan sends these people this type of belief actually to make people leave Islam. So in these days of darkness, it's best to take your Islam from the internet. Just sit in the safety of your couch, watch the live broadcast, learn on your own pace, go to the website, read from the app. There's an abundance of these articles. Don't keep going to different sources and now cross-contaminating everything you learned. Keep to one thing. It's like, again, like you enrolled in Stanford University and you're now taking a curriculum from Stanford. You can't go down the street to a different college and start reading their books. So, but he's a math teacher too, but he's going to teach something different and it's not going to be on your test. So you stick with the one school that you enrolled in and learn from the curriculum and go slowly, slowly, slowly. That way when you communicate with emails, the shaykh can then begin to tell you, well, did you do like this? Then you should experience like this. Did you do like this? You should experience like that. But if we mix things from many different sources, no shaykh will know what you're doing and where your difficulty is coming from and why you're not achieving what's needed to be achieved. So you enroll and you take the course, you take the curriculum and you try your best to achieve from that reality. And if you're guided to this channel, it's because your heart is guided to the teachings and the style of teachings and the knowledges that are being taught. So it means that there's already an affinity within the heart, because you can't force people to turn to somebody and say, I don't understand what that guy's saying, I don't even understand what he's talking about or teaching. So you have to follow the heart in spirituality, that my heart resonates with what he teaches and how he teaches. And as a result, that's the companionship and a bond that Allah has already written that in an ancient time. So when you come to that vibration and you pay attention to your heart is already vibrating. And if it vibrates and links, then you've made a connection and a link. And then you don't need to go here and there and left and right, and don't break that loyalty and break that connection. But if you're forced to be sitting somewhere and say, I don't feel anything, I don't know what this person is talking about, my heart doesn't resonate with what they're teaching and how they're teaching, then you continue until your heart resonates to what it has to achieve. So the heart doesn't lie, the mind does. So your mind will play tricks on you and other people's mind will play tricks on you, but that's why you isolate everyone's mind and their opinions, and you're alone by yourself as you will be alone in the grave. So you're not going to have friends come into the grave and give you opinions, you're going to be in the grave by yourself. So as a result, then I meditate and contemplate, make my connection, says my heart resonate with this, then I do my practices. What I achieve from my spiritual practices is nobody's business. And if I talk about it, they become jealous and discouraged. So it becomes a path of solitude, which is for me. I don't have to share it to my whole family, they're not going to understand it all because Allah didn't guide them for that. So as I walk alone with my Lord and on my path, and the more that I can keep that and keep what being dressed upon me, keep what reality is being pushed into the heart, then the happier that Allah is, because it's a person whom is developing themselves without anyone knowing, inshaAllah.